Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. Hopefully, you watched it yesterday's report. We'll continue with this shifts. We're going into the shifts of the energies here, and it's beautiful in a way to see it. How different people handling different energies the way they are. There's gonna be some a lot of this. Shift to more sturdy, unchangeable, more fixed, more stagnant energy. We're going to feel that energy at 11 o'clock. That is going to be actually 11 o'clock p.m., almost midnight. We're going to wake up with these different energies tomorrow because the sun is going to be moving into Taurus. So within the sun moving into Taurus, our focus is want to be what? Our sustainability into the material world. Do we know what we are dealing with? Okay. Do we understand the purpose to what we are doing on Earth? Pretty good. Happy birthday, Taurus. That's what is going to be. Very beautiful. But at the same time, it is that if you've been following the energies in there, this karmic situations of Saturn, as you see it on your screen, if I have to represent it and put a picture on Saturn, that's who he is. Okay, this old wise man who is turning back is to see what is Venus is doing. Okay, Venus in the North Node, it's basically they are been together for the past 2 days. You're feeling the shift, but right now I said that the energy of Venus that is looking towards the future and Saturn aligning preset the stages because he was the first one to go through there. Saturn right now is going to be turning back. We're gonna have a great divine energies at 11 o'clock towards the sun. This is gonna be a very beautiful moment in there. But how we are gonna be acting is gonna be depending of the fiery Mars of Leo, another what fixed sign. Okay, we are talking about that right now. The authority and the warriors they are gonna be within this stubbornness and lack of changes. This can talk about this conflict within itself. Particularly, we're talking about with the desires not to change, where that comes from. Okay. Well, we have a Lilith that is at that Scorpio. We have Pluto, who is an Aquarius. Okay. What did we learn last year? Okay. Last year we talked about all those four zodiac signs a lot. Okay, we talked about Aquarius, we talk about the Taurus, we talk about the Leo, we're talking about the Scorpio, and now it's a what? Practice time. Hopefully, this learning lessons in there from Mars with Saturn that he was retrograde in Cancer. A lot of us are actually learned the lessons that we can be sturdy, we can be tough, we can have a courage, but we should not be what? We should not be creating stagnancy, we should not be agitated, and we should not be stubborn in the negative way. Okay? So, with these energies right now, Saturn is going to be looking out. He's going to be looking at your Venus. Venus is in a very beautiful positions with the North Node. People who are born with Venus and the North Node, they have this or having a great aspect with the North Node particularly. They have that beauty within the love within itself. Okay, this is the people who are seeing that love within. They choose that Venus to be guiding them with that North Node. Very powerful moments in there. But that Venus is going to be looking where? On the other side, into the past. How to organize and how they're looking at this. And this is right now a very powerful moments in there that before you organizing things in the soul, you have to organize in the world But with organizing in the world, you have to organize in starting from where? Within the soul. So that is the power of these oppositions, south node, north node, in there, that you are learning in there. Same thing within you. Okay? You don't want to eat tomatoes and drink milk, right? Don't even try it. Okay? Just giving you a little bit suggestions in here because it's gonna come out something different. But when you get the right things, the right nutritions within yourself, things are different, right? So this is kind of like a picture at within yourself. Um, Saturn is gonna be keeping an eye on Mars. Okay, so seeing it inside of yourself in there with this shift, what you are going to do in the material world is gonna be the focus. That could be leading to a lot of things. Okay, this is gonna be what happened at 11 o'clock. For those of you who watched the report at the beginning, this is how we are gonna be ending the day. Okay, this is the energy of midheaven with the south node and the ascendant that is coming from Sag to empowering the shift of the sun. The sun is going to be moving at 11 o'clock at the first 5 minutes within Taurus. That is going to be that authority ideal situations. But right now, nobody wants to change. The warrior doesn't want to change. The authority doesn't want to change. And Pluto is like, well, the evolution has to happen. There's got to be some shift. There's got to be a situations. And we're going to be seeing this tomorrow because tomorrow that energy actually is going to be even increasing more. And this is why the wisdom and the wise energies that comes in from Mars and Saturn, they are going to be what? They're going to be taking charge. And this is how you are going to have to look inside of yourself as everybody else around you as well, because the personal energy is affecting the collective. So seeing that energy, we're seeing the stubbornness, we're seeing the situations, because tomorrow this situation is going to be even off the roof. As the moon is going to be going in there, she's going to be meeting Pluto, and she's going to understand the real reasons for change. But to understand the reason of change, you have to be what? Aware of. And this is why from with so many shifts, you're going to be wondering what you need to shift. Okay? So the shift is about you to do things with what? With love. And that's what Venus learned. She met that North Node when she went retrograde. She went even further to learn even something from the past. And now she's going to be meeting again. For a what? For better future. And who's going to create that future? With Mars. And this is why the love and the soul is going to be off the roof in a proper way, in a peaceful way, that it's going to be driving the way of life with all of us. Okay, so this is what is gonna be pretty much. Gonna be giving you a little bit of heads up about tomorrow. This is what it was tomorrow. We're gonna be seeing that energy in there, but stay tuned on that. Okay, just stay tuned up here, and let's start it with the day. I'm gonna be shifting you back to see how the day is going to be, what we are going to look for, right? All right, 7 o'clock. Ascendant is with Uranus. Sudden changes as an order. There has been an order. Very powerful position is going to be made because of when the Sun is going to be meeting Uranus. Okay, your authority is meeting what? The god, Zeus, right? This creator of gods in there that creates and everything. We're going to be seeing it, their positions as the midheaven, the North Node, Venus, the whole pack in there, that it's into that gate. They all been supported by Uranus. The inner work it is focused right there. Mars, the positive energy is focused there. The negative energy, though, the negative energy is going to be coming from Lilith, that it's going to be at Scorpio, and it's got divine purpose. Okay, this kind of like a shadowy side, it has its purpose. It shows up the areas of concerns we need to look in there. But now that the energies are squaring Pluto, who is responsible for the soul evolution, but he's opposing who? Mars, right? So right now, currently in the world, there is a lot of things and talks about these wars and so on. But take a look at it from within yourself. Where is your war is? Is your war within your old self, with the new self? Is your that change that you need to shift? You need to adapt. So your level of adaptability is gonna be kind of like a pushed. You to adapt to those changes. You to accept things. You to accept what? You only want to accept the truths. And that's what a Pluto in Aquarius is. I'm bringing the new things. I'm bringing that stuff. But there is a lot. And that's Scorpio. And that's what Lilith is going to be. Lilith is going to be like this a secret agent that is going to bring all the problems into the light. And we're going to see in it a lot of people's going to be changed for beautiful. I'm very excited about that, but it's gonna go through a lot of situations. Okay, and since right now that the sun is gonna be moving into Taurus, we are gonna be start fixing things where on Earth. So with that positive sudden changes, the energy is gonna come down in the next hour at 8 o'clock. We are going to be seeing it, the energies with Jupiter. We are going to see this positive energies from the moon is going to come out towards Jupiter. But currently, the moon, it is squaring Mercury. Be mindful of communications with others, particularly at work environment. Okay, uh, just stay away with that. If you don't have to communicate, don't communicate. If you don't have to write an email, don't write an email in there. But look there, what you can and cannot do, and be aware of your actions within that. I'm talking about Capricorn. You see, when a Capricorn is silent, he sends something. He's like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be observer. Okay, and this is what the Earth energy is. But Capricorn, it is more about it because he's the cardinal sign, right? Virgo and Taurus, they're both observers, but they're in two different situations. Where the Capricorn, it is about if I need to lead what's going on in the earth, I have to know everything that goes on in the earth, right? So that the energies of the moon is gonna come out, and then they're gonna be like something is not right, okay? But don't go out there and create situations. Be an observer. If you need some information, find it in your own way, and try not to have this confirmations, because usually this is what this cardinal situations between Mercury and Capricorn can create a lot of mess. All right. So the next hour, this is gonna be at 9 o'clock in the morning. The ascendant goes into a Cancer. We see this squaring within the emotions. That is the emotions between what the end of Pisces, the beginning of Cancer. This is one of the spiritual emotions. Some of the processes that we are going into, they're not doing well. You're gonna feel like shadows of a doubt. You're gonna be seeing it but Venus, that it's gonna be with the North Node. Just so you know, Venus is at 25 degrees 23 minutes. North Node is 25 degrees 46 minutes. So now they are traveling together. Just in the front of them, it is Saturn. He's 26 degrees 37 minutes. He's out there and looking at, are they coming after me? What are they going to be doing over there? But at the same time, he's looking to who? To Mars. So, thus, all those energies coming together, it is about to create this peaceful environment of shifts. Okay? Peaceful environment of this shift. And Saturn, the North Node, and Venus are the one. They are kind of like a mediators between this fight between Mars and Pluto. Okay, you gotta have a good communications with yourself about that. good visions coming from Neptune, the new beginning. You're gonna see it. Saturn is gonna comes and it's like, I'm backing you up. I want to make sure everything is gonna be okay. The North Node gives you the directions, and you have the love and the money understanding in the soul for what purpose. Can you imagine you have a love and money? We're not talking about power and money. We're talking about love and money. What can you do to create a better world? You see, you don't know yet, right? And that's what the shifts are. Okay, that is this beauty of that shift, and hopefully you will understand that sometimes the money using in the proper way much more beneficial than actually to use to gain more money, but using a power reflections and so on and so on. It's going to be a lot of good lessons for the community. Anyway, I see it. All right. 10 o'clock, Midheaven's going to be at Pisces. Very beautiful energy with the ascendant and the moon. Things is going to be really calm down because you're shifting of thinking what's going on within the spirit, within the soul. You're going to be, I have to go look, whereas I haven't looked before. I'm not worried about what who does that, who wants to fight, and who wants don't want to change, who wants to be all this. No, I need to understand because I need my peace in the soul so I can know how to act and react. Who is asking this though? That says Mars. We're gonna see it in the next hour. Mars, that particularly those blue lines. This is this influences in there. Is gonna be coming and bring all that power. All that power is gonna be grounded in. But who is controlling the power? It's Uranus. And he said in on the morning when in the ascendant, he's like, hey, I'm here to make changes. The things has been changed, okay? That's it. Things has been changed. Who doesn't want to change, doesn't want to change. We are changing. We are going to be example. That's it. Here is going to be that exceptions with this that you're going to see like certain people is going to be kind of like walked out of your life. People who doesn't resonate. You're not going to be resonate with certain things. You're going to be kind of like you don't know the reason. The reason is that you shift. Your level of understanding and vibrations is in different level, and now all of a sudden there's some people who are like, I don't know what you turn yourself into, to do like a saint, or you become this priest and so on. I don't know. I cannot follow it in this. I want to keep everything that I have in the material. I'm going to hold on in there. Beautiful book to read about it. Again, that is going to be the book Illusions from Richard Bach, who's teaching you how to let it go. But also, there is this quote in there, okay? Because everyone has ability and capability of to do everything. And he stated there, you have the rights to write your own book. You have the rights to tear the pages and start over. Okay? So don't think about it that when the people are moving out, they're gonna be stop evolving. Let them figure it out what they need to evolve. That's not your job. Your job is you. At the same time as the job is in this guy to evolve as well. So this is gonna be that power of Mars. You're gonna feel like this negative energy is gonna be like it's time for you to act positive on the negativism, and that is gonna be that shift because you're gonna do it with what? You're gonna do it with love. This is gonna be the energy of Mars and Leo. That is the king is been reborn from within. You become your own king, but you have to what? Fight for it. Okay? The question is it worth to fight for it between your old and the new self? And that lies with who? With you. Okay? But currently you have challenges with this. Yep. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to break free from the matrix. It's not easy to get out of the box. It's not easy to think differently. It's not easy to act differently because everyone thinks it is abnormal because they have expectations by the old ways. All right, well, that particular energy is going to be rise up in the next hour. Be mindful with the people around you. There's going to be some aggravations, agitations, and so on and so on. Everyone's trying to understand what is this. All of a sudden, everyone is just like that. You can be jumpy a little bit, right? Because all you need is just a little spark and to put you into this. Because this is a high octane energies. We're talking about Aquarius bringing the new energies. We're talking about the sun. It's still in Aries, right? This I want to control, but it can't control. There is different control. There is a control out in the central sun into the Milky Way. Okay, that it's turning the whole galaxy, and that gravitations of that galaxy, it's turning what? The solar system. This is that energy that creates this, and that energy is through the planets. It creates a magnetic field. Earth is in that magnetic field, and we are on Earth. So don't think about it like, okay, I got control. You got to control how you're going to be reacting to this. And that is where the astrology helps you. Okay? I hope you're getting it with this. Very beautiful moments. With when you understand this, it's kind of like, okay, I get it. Get it. All right. The next hour, this is gonna be at 1 o'clock. This is gonna be that authority. You're gonna put your foot in there, but the sun currently doesn't have positive aspects. You may gonna think negative. You're gonna be like, when is it this doesn't happen to me? When this is not working, that is not working. You're gonna be mad at other people, other situations. The news hasn't come in, the old is just stays there. I don't know what way to go. Brrr, right? All this is boiling. And all this is coming from where? From the shadow. Now you're going to get in the facing your own shadow. I believe that a lot of the people is going to be facing it through that shadow. Look first within yourself. Don't bring the shadow towards the others, or use the shadow for your own benefits. Like you're going to be put the people low so you can step over them and you can move on into a professional field. Saturn is watching you, just so you know. Okay? Saturn may be late, but he doesn't forget. He's the karmic ruler, guys. That guy's gonna go. Alright, 2 o'clock, midheaven's gonna be a Taurus. This is gonna be the energy that currently it's connecting with the moon. The moon doesn't have emotions. You're like, what kind of emotions do you have when the authority is mad? When the warrior is mad? When the transformations doesn't work? And this Lilith shadow is overtaking me. You're gonna feel like emotionless. In a way, that is gonna be of that you need to look where. You need to look into who? To Venus. Ascendant, that it's coming in towards us. You see that green line of the ascendant. So if you don't see it, it's right in here. It's leading in there, and it says, here is the vision, what you need to do. But accepting the visions deeply within your soul, you have to shut off the emotional body so you can feel the vibrations of soul. Because the emotions currently, they could be probably not that great, right? Because the authority right now is trying to balls up everything. All right, 3 o'clock, you're gonna be looking at this positive energy with Uranus. He is putting that positiveness. Mars is putting in the positiveness. Pluto is putting in the positiveness. So you see that we have choices. We can choose that support, or we can choose to be staying mad and doing nothing. If you would do nothing, nothing's change, right? Who wants to change? Well, pretty much everybody. Everybody wants some change. Everyone wants to change others. But this time you need to change who? Your own self. Do you want to change yourself? That is a whole another game that you need to look inside of you. And it's coming because the material, something in the material world is going to tell you it's time to change. You're going to see this change. What is the changes in Taurus are? moving to a different place to live, shifting countries, shifting jobs. It's all material possessions. Some people's gonna lose, some people's gonna win, some people gonna be moving to a place that they never seen it before, right? This is the time when a Saturn says, I'm gonna put you in the place where you need to be. It's time to me to put the order because you guys create disorder, right? That is it, the power of Saturn. Trust me, he is powerful. All right, on the next hour, 4 o'clock, the ascendant there is going to be at Virgo is looking at that growth, but in order to grow, you have to change your emotions on that. And the moon is going to be looking at that emotions with the midheaven is like, where is this friendliness? Why did the warrior, the authority, Lilith, and Pluto, they cannot get along together? What is going to put them together? Venus and the North Node. All it takes is one, love. Okay, all it takes is love, but not that kind of like a love that because of reasons. No, that is the divine ascension love in a soul. That's what this is going to be. That's where we're supposed to evolve. And it's beautiful in these moments of time to have the North Node and Pisces. To some people, this is going to be a little bit of wacky tabaki. It's going to have create these mental pictures, mental situations because of the wanting. Take the wanting out and whatever it is, look at the reality. And the reality is going to be telling you great things. Not good, great things. The question is, are you hearing it with your soul? All right, well, if you don't hear it with the soul, you're going to be going against it, right? There was this quote there that the soul begins to whisper first, then begins to kind of like bugging you a little bit, then bugs you a little bit louder. Don't wait until the soul it's gonna scream within. Okay, don't do these things from the past. There is no growth there. There is no evolutions there. You may see it in the past and you're gonna be like, what happened with the people? You're gonna find a lot of things probably if you look at it to the human history, how much we destroy and what did we focus to build. And this is going to be one of the evaluations that the sun is going to be doing with Uranus. So we have pretty much talking about 24, 25 days until we meet Uranus. So this is going to be some ooh-ha days. Great days for learning. All right. In the next hour, the energies calm down a little bit, just to kind of like calm down, but it's a really calm down. The moon, it's gonna be really opposing the inner work that it is gonna be the family. Gonna feel like the family disappear, these things disappear, everything. It's kind of like a tower moment. Sometimes it's needed tower moment, okay? But first tower moment is going where? Within you before it materializing into the material world. You will decide what you are going to do. But one of the main reasons is because of what? Lack of balance between the cardinal signs. We are talking about the ascendant is in Libra, and right now the ascendant that is at Libra says like you need to follow Pluto. Okay? He is the one that says like he is the path for the soul to move. Right? Right now he's focused where? The third degree of Leo. Like who's going there? Mars. And this is going to be a lot of challenge for a lot of us with those current energies. Take a look at what you have there, and particularly at Leo, and take a look at it. Where is your Mars? And what is it going to be towards that? If your Mars squares to that point in there, you're going to be in troubles. If your Mars is trining in there, you're going to be wise. If you have divine energies, you're going to be learning divine lessons in there. Okay? Seeking it from within yourself. You need some help, you can reach out to me. All right. 7 o'clock. Meet Kevin's going to be with Mars. What I was just talking about it. Mars is going to be looking at into this divine energies as the ascendant is going to be looking at towards Jupiter. Time to grow, time to heal, right? There is no balance in there. Only through the growth you're going to make a balance. Only through the growth. But what kind of growth? Self-growth with beginning of what? Gemini. Communicating properly with others. But before you properly communicate with others, you need to properly communicate with who? Within you. Okay? Within you. Heavy days and why, but it is what it is. All right. So 6 p.m. I think that this is. There you go. Talking about 8 p.m. That's the energies. Meet Kevin is gonna be at Leo. Basically, if you messed it up in the previous hours, you basically gonna be feel like I don't know what to do. And you're gonna feel like that. The moon is not gonna have aspects. She's down below. There is no aspects. You're emotionless, speechless. Maybe you're gonna hear things. Maybe you're gonna see things. Maybe something is gonna be really out of order. Okay, whatever that might be it, because the ascendant is together with Lilith. Maybe the shadow is gonna comes out and expose a shocking news, shocking events, a shocking things. It's gonna shatter things within you. And you're gonna be what? Looking at either how to survive or you're gonna be looking at how to evolve. Okay? The strongest species is not the one that wants to be fighting for survival. The strongest species is the one who has the highest abilities and capabilities to adapt. And that's how you need to think about it. And how are you going to be adapting on that energy? Well, we're seeing that these divine energies from Lilith towards Mercury, towards Neptune, towards Saturn, towards the North Node. It's been for a long time, that energy. You're going to be looking at that shadow with love. If you love your shadow with love, this is going to be helping you to understand more of the things and the adaptability that you're looking for. Because one of the adaptability in there at Scorpio, okay, it is about you to see your shadow and change. One of the greatest challenges in there, but one of the greatest things is there, because that is what the underworld, the things that you're running away from, the most secrets that are kept in there, but there is the most beautiful desires that you have to make yourself. Okay? All right. Going ahead at 9 o'clock, we're seeing the ascendant is going to be moving within, because this is down in the bottom, it's the true Lilith. You're going to be looking at what is true, what is not. You're going to double check, you're going to look in there. The mid calendar, it's at Leo, is in divine energies with the North Node in Venus. You got wise, you wisen up. You got the energies that you are looking for. Now the inner work from Leo, it is trining with the sun. And the sun currently is what? 30 degrees of Aries, 0 degrees of Taurus. Right in the cusp. Right in the cusp. And in that shift of the authority is going to be like, okay, I accept. Now I have to make the adjustments of my material world. And those adjustments of the material world, they're going to be coming from what? Whatever you learned with Saturn and Neptune and the North Node when they were together. Okay? That's what they're going to be coming from. And Saturn is going to be watching. Are you going in the right directions? Because he's right there. He's right there. He's going to come back. He's going to go into areas. He's going to come back. It's going to be like, oh, let me see your son. What did you do? We're going to see it. Okay? Pretty much within the year. And that is going to be some energies for the people who want to learn. And here, as we go in at the 10 o'clock, a lot of the truth is going to be coming out. Beautiful, beautiful divine energies. This finger of God's is just so interconnected to each other. It's starting from Chiron. It goes into a true Lilith. From there, it goes into a Jupiter. And from the Jupiter, it's going into the moon. Why the moon? The moon is the intuition. You look at your own wounds, you go ahead and see the truth within yourself, what it's causing it. Then that truth, it goes into that growth. You're telling the proper things within yourself, communicating the beautiful things within you of understanding your whole self with the soul. You're accepting the informations of the soul. You see, when you're accepting the energies of the soul, you don't fight with nothing within you, right? Because guess what? You're in peace, because that's what the purpose of the soul is, to bring you the peace. And then that energy goes into the moon. And now, what is it the moon is going to do about it? Hopefully, you're not going to point fingers tomorrow. Okay? Hopefully, it's not going to point the fingers. But your authority within yourself is going to be learning that. Because the new moon in Taurus, okay, is going to be let's put the things together on Earth. Very beautiful times, because Mars and Venus are in this beautiful, beautiful trine in Pisces. Okay? Mars, who is preparing himself to be the king. Venus is about this divine queen that it's right now. She's ready to be born. Right? It's the same thing, like they're preparing the bride for the ship. Divine timing. Hi, Lorraine. Glad to see you here. If you got any questions, let me know. It's beautiful divine timings, okay? A lot of astrologers seen as that, okay, guys? This is a very beautiful, beautiful times. And beautiful times, it's coming, yes. But you need to look at it, something in the past. What did you not done properly? What you not organized in there? And who is going to be the beneficiary of this? Okay? Who is the authority? You see this divine energies of Yod that's going to be towards the sun, as the sun just walking within Taurus, right? So the ascendant that it's coming from Sag, it is about here's what with the others you have to do. But you need to look where? Into your shadow, because the center, the bottom center of the Yod, it's Lilith. But you're opposing to see it in there. You are opposing it. Okay? Don't oppose the changes, because divine is going to come in and helps you to change. Okay? A lot of the people is going to be agitated or aggravated that they cannot control these changes. You can't. They're just the way you are. You are born here with those. You are born to go through this process. For whatever reason, your soul knows about it. Laureen, are the portals open like some are saying? Yes, they are. The divine energies are open. The things are open. This portal has been open for a while. These energies here that we're talking about, the shifts from Pisces to Aries, it's been open for a long time. Now we see it that there was a Mercury retrograde, there was a Venus retrograde that come back in there to have some unfinished business. Now communications is leading into areas. So this is about the new way of talking to yourself, but also the new way of you talking. I talk, I'm the Mercury, I'm expressing myself in these new ways. And now these new ways, they're coming in directly with the guidance of who? Of Pluto. And we get a divine, we're getting guidance from Uranus. So we're talking about very powerful energies there. Then we are having it that Neptune walked into Aries to give us a preview of what can be, what is the possibility of how this beautiful world can be. How can we be able to save all this? How your new life as a new way of new building you is gonna be great. You give us this guidance and the glimpses, these visions, these deja vus. Okay? And now we have a Saturn that it comes behind, who is like, I'm gonna become Zen and teach you with some of the new things. But he's looking, is the Venus comes in. What is it the Venus is gonna do? Because he's worried about who? He's worried about Mars, the warrior. What is the warrior can do? And currently, the way the energies are, also kind of like the moments in there. And this is like, I don't want to change, I don't want to move, I don't want to go anywhere. This is kind of like you're putting a Taurus, a Leo, and Aquarius, and a Scorpio together, and nobody wants to back it up. And here is the divine love. It's sitting there, and just like, oh my God, what is happening? Okay, but all we have to remember that those energies are open, those shifts are happening, and it's about you. What this shift, how you're gonna handle these shifts. If you have a hard time, you need to look at your personal chart in there, and the personal chart will say, according to these energies in there with yourself. I've been having a headache for 3 days. I got sick, and on top of it, I must need to get the shift off my body. It's a lot of purging in there. You may have ascension flu, Lorraine. Just where is your sun, and where is your Mars in particular with this? If you can write it to me, maybe I can help you and suggest you something. So if you can write it down, I can tell you. Does anybody else have any other question here? Mm, I've been having a headache for 3 days. What happened in 3 days? Let's go back. All right, we can do that. I can expect because those are the private informations in there, and I don't know if I can get it. You know how to connect with me. I hope. If you don't, in the channel there is a Facebook page. Also, you can connect through the website. If you guys don't know the website in there, here is the website. I'm just gonna bring it in right here in your screens. There he is. You can see it. It's aquaspiritunited.com. You can go there, and there is a connect to us. There is a special tab in the astrology. You click there. If you want a reading, you can send me an email with the way to connect, and we go from there. Right? We go from there. Oh yeah, the Facebook is working perfectly. I love to use Messenger. That's what I would love. But if you have Telegram or anything else, we can work around it. But to go back in there, you said something happened to you 3 days ago. let's look at it. This, what happened in there? Well, mhm. So that was the union of when a Saturn, the North Node, and the Venus really they kind of like have been together too. But the Moon has been in a Sag. You could be probably take something personal in there, and or somebody told you something. It's like a negative energy, negative visions, or put you down, and now that negative energy is within you, but you will probably recall it within this. You're gonna see it within yourself, because that was that moment when the moon was opposing Jupiter on that day, and probably that's what it was. Something within the emotion. Somebody tried to emotionally bullying or something in there, or something happened like that, because this we're talking about this Gemini Sag energies. Take a look the report of the 16th. Maybe it's gonna help you in the meantime. All right. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate your time, and come back tomorrow. Okay, because tomorrow is gonna be some heavy duty stuff, but they're all gonna make us what? They're gonna make us strong, and you stay strong and believe and love, guys. All right, be love. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me send you some good energies of love.